is that today business owners have been told for far too long that the way to grow a business is to have a really big vision and then work on it every day. Well, if you're not crazy yet, you should do that because it'll make you crazy. Because here's what happens. You go to a conference and the vision gets bigger and it gets more exciting and it's more important. And then every day you're like, how do I get to that vision? How do I get there? It's near impossible. Here's how you get there, and this is how you get there systematically. Every company we work with doesn't use the standard vision statement that's in the market because they don't work. They use client-centric missions. So their client-centric mission statement's the only statement. They don't have a mission statement and a core purpose and a this and a that. All that stuff's just noise.
Too much.
What are you doing? There should be one statement. Like our client-centric mission is, we help visionary entrepreneurs who can't turn it off by giving them the tools they need to change the world. The change we want to make as entrepreneurs lean into their strengths and build world-changing teams, and we will know we're successful when any entrepreneur who wants to can build an empire. That's our client-centric mission. That's all we need. Somebody says, what's your core purpose? I say that again. Yeah. Somebody says, what's your elevator pitch? I just say it again. That's who we are, right? And so you take that client-centric mission, that's where we're going to end up, and then we break it down into 1-year objectives, 90-day targets, 30-day goals, and then we have an entire structure where we make it happen. Because here's what you want. You want every person on your team to know that what they're doing today is going to get you to that client-centric mission. And in most companies, that's like a wish. That's a prayer. That's a hope. In our organization, we can show you, here's the client-centric mission, here's the 1-year objectives, the 90-day goals, the 90-day targets, the 30-day goals, here's the weekly commitment, and here's what we're doing today, and we know it's gonna get there. So we don't just build a bridge, we build a clear, documented, strategic plan that shows everyone in the organization that if you do all of the work you're supposed to do today, we're gonna win. And if you keep doing it every day, we're gonna change the world. And that's why the businesses that we work with grow much faster than the average company out there.
So what is the difference between the traditional planning system and your momentum planning system that you teach your clients?
For the personal or for the business?
The business.
The difference with ours is that, well, first, there is no traditional planning system.
No.
What traditional planning system is there?
Like you plan out every day?
Yeah, I mean, the majority of businesses don't have a strategic plan. Less than 1% of businesses have a strategic plan. And here's the problem. If you don't have a strategic plan as a business owner, you are always the bottleneck. Because if you don't know where you're going and your team doesn't know where you're going, they are always going to have to check with you. And they're always going to have to get information from you and understand from you. And you're going to have to tell them. And you're going to spend way too much of your time trying to grow the business. What we do is we build a clear strategic plan so the owner is no longer the bottleneck. In fact, the owner, when you don't have a strategic plan, you have to tell everybody what to do every day. When you have a forward-looking strategic plan, your team goes out in front of you and you can coach success along the way. It's the difference between what we call transactional management and transformational leadership. Transactional management is you tell everybody what to do, you check that it got done, and you tell them what to do again. If you do this every day,
you get tired.
It will kill you, especially as an entrepreneur. And what happens is people build teams and then they tear them apart. People build companies and then they fall apart. Because why? They get into to do, check that it got done, tell them what to do. Check that it got done, tell them what to do. Check that it, and that's horrible. You can hear it in entrepreneurs' language. They say things like, I'm always telling my team what to do. No one ever knows what's happening. I can't figure out how to get everybody going in the same direction at the same time. That's horrible. So what we do is, forget about that whole transactional management because it's going to drive you crazy and everyone around you crazy. Instead, we have a clear strategic plan. So you have a clear outcome, you coach success along the way, and you get massive results. That's it. There's the difference. You create a strategic plan that tells everyone where you're going, and then as the owner, you can coach people to get there. So instead of telling them what to do, you're coaching them along the way, and everything changes. See, in transformational leadership, you grow, your team grows, everybody gets better at what they're doing, and you achieve more.